So this right here is the quick shifter. That device right there with the wire coming out of it. I don't know how it works. Well, hello everyone. It's Stoney, NC Stoney, and I hope everybody's doing well. I am in the little town of Harmony, North Carolina, and this is where 21 crosses 901. So if you go to your left, you go to Elkin. If you go to your right, you go to Statesville. And their downtown area right up there is really nice. It's a really quaint little town. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope if you ride, I hope you're out riding. Let me pull this. Knock down some of the wind. I'll pull that windshield up. So, you know, it's funny, our names, our YouTube channel names, you know, mine's NC Stoney, and I know I've got quite a few new people that have subscribed, and I want to thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. The NC stands for North Carolina, my home state, and the Stoney, my last name is Stone, and I've been called Stoney all my life. And all my friends, people I work with, I've just always been known as Stoney, which is fine. So one thing, I want to tell you a little story about something I want to mention about my Tiger. And by the way, I'm on my 2023 Triumph Tiger 900 GT Pro, and the GT Pro has all the bells and whistles. The GT Pro is more road oriented. It has cast wheels with road tires. They also make a 900 Rally Pro, which has spoke wheels, where this one has a 19-inch front wheel. The Rally Pro has a 21-inch front wheel. They both have a 17 in the back. Same motor, same transmission. The Rally Pro is geared a whole lot more toward off-road. They put more, I think they put a 70/30 tire on it from the factory, where this has pretty much a pure road tire. It's not that you can't take this off-road, you can, but it doesn't have quite the ground clearance as the Rally Pro. It doesn't have a bash plate under the motor or a skid plate. Those are the differences. I mean, the Rally Pro sits a little higher, I think maybe a couple inches higher. But one thing this motorcycle has on it, and I'm going to tell you how dumb I am. You know, I've ridden cruisers, nothing but cruisers for the past 30-some years. And when I took a test road on this motorcycle at the Triumph dealer in Greensboro, he pretty much threw me the keys, showed me how to start it, showed me a little bit about the dash, about the TFT display, and just said, you know, we'll take a ride. The folks over at Select Cycle in Greensboro, a great place to buy Triumph or an Enfield. They sell Royal Enfields, and they also sell Vespa scooters. Anyway, I took a ride on it, came back. He said, what do you think? And I was pretty impressed with the motorcycle. And I said, you know, I really like it. I said, it's a blast to ride. Plenty of power, plenty of torque. This motorcycle has a 3-cylinder inline engine. It has a cross-plane firing order. I don't know what all that means. I do know that instead of being all the pistons firing at top dead center at the same time, it's got a 1-3-1. Cylinder 1 fires first, then 3, then 2, and it makes it more like a twin. It gives it a little bit more down low torque, which I really like. That's what I liked about it. Since most of my riding life has been on V-twin motorcycles, I like the low end torque. This has low end torque. I think it's 64 foot-pounds in addition to about 94.5 horsepower. But it just reminded me a lot of my, my V-twin motorcycles that I've always ridden. And I like that. And the thing redlines at 12,000 RPM. I've never had it that high. No need to. But when I came back from the test ride, he said, "How do you like that? How did you like that quick shifter?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, the quick shifter is standard equipment on the GT Pro." He said, "We can add it, to the other Tigers." He said, "But it's standard on a GT Pro." I said, "I didn't use it." He said, "Oh," he said, "that's a shame." He said, "Because everybody says it's one of the best in the industry." And I didn't want to sound stupid. I just said, "Yeah, I don't really use those. I don't think I called it a gimmick. I just said, I really don't use those. I just kind of like, riding my own way." He said, "Yeah, I understand." And he said, "But once you get used to it, it's really nice." So I'm like, man, I had no clue what this guy's talking about. So I went home and I looked up quick shifter, and I didn't know this was something in the sport. It's been in the sport bike realm, the sport bike world for a long time, and I just didn't know. I hadn't been around sport bikes. I hadn't been around ADV bikes. A lot of the ADV bikes have quick shifters, and all it is, I'll explain to you what it is. If you don't know, you probably know. I guess I'm the only person in the world that didn't know what a quick shifter was. But in a nutshell, the quick shifter allows you to shift up without using the clutch, as long as you're under throttle. You can't let off on the throttle and shift. It won't allow you to do that. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but when it senses, if you're under throttle and it senses you're putting pressure on the gear shift lever, it retires the timing for a split second and allows you to shift up into the next gear, which I just find that amazing that it can do that. So I'll demonstrate. No clutch. There's fourth, there's fifth, and there's sixth. I just think that's pretty cool. It's almost like an automatic transmission, but it's not. It's still a manual transmission, but I better slow down. But, I've got arthritis in my hand, and after a while, my clutch hand hurts a little bit. It gets a little sore, and that's a lifesaver. Now, you can't use it in stop-and-go traffic, of course. And again, the bike has to be underpowered. If you try to shift it when your hand's off the throttle, it won't do anything. It won't move at all. Now, in addition to that, it's got something called it quick shifts down. So let me show you that. I'm coming into this curve in 6th gear. I ease off the throttle. It just downshifted, just pushing down on the shifter. So this bike has a lot of power. For me, I'm used to riding Harleys and V-twins. So I don't know if you heard that or not, but you flick it right up into 6th gear. So, but anyway, this bike has a lot of power. But you talking about getting up to speed very, very quickly. That quick shifter allows you to, you can do 0 to 60 in no time, because you don't have to let off the throttle, shift, put the throttle back on. Now, you can use it from 1st gear all the way up to 6th. And it works amazingly well. It works perfectly. I can't say enough about it. And again, I've never had a bike with a quick shifter. I had to really get used to it. I was very awkward with it and clunky at first, just because it just doesn't seem natural to shift a bike without pulling in the clutch lever. I just, after, you know, riding 50 plus years, I just couldn't get it out of my head. It was more me not trusting the system to work than it was the bike. It just didn't seem right. But once you get used to it, I'm telling you, it's on a bike like this. Now, it wouldn't work on a Harley. It just those bikes have a lot of torque, a lot of low down torque. I couldn't see it. I don't know if it would work. And those transmissions are just kind of clunky. It's not a knock on them, you know. But these bikes shift so smoothly, even without the quick shifter, that it just makes riding a lot more fun. And when you want to play around and go fast, it's an advantage. This house right here to my left, that's the Colonel Farabee, who was he was born there. He was born and raised there. Colonel Farabee was the navigator, no, the bombardier on the Enola Gay, which is the airplane that dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima. So, and this is called Colonel Farabee Highway right here. Even though this is US 64. This highway here is going into Mocksville. Anyway, a little bit of trivia there for you. So, yeah, I was really just kind of blown away by this quick shift. And once I've gotten used to it, I'm like, man, it'd be hard to. And that guy there had no shirt on. Looked like flip-flops. I couldn't tell. Probably sneakers and a pair of gym shorts. He did have a full face helmet. I don't knock people for what they wear riding. It's up to them. You know, I got on jeans, a mesh jacket and gloves and a full face helmet. That's me. I'm not gonna. I think you're dumb by riding without a shirt and riding in shorts, but that's just me. I'm not going to tell you that. But you're dumb. It's all good till you wreck or have a crash. So anyway, when I get back to this quick shifter, I really like it. I'm just blown away by it, how well it works. And like I said, I'm going to get on 40 for a little bit and go down to Highway 801 to get home. I still use the clutch on downshifts. I don't know why. I just do. This thing will, even when you downshift, it will blip the throttle for you too. Yeah, watch this thing. There's fifth. Man, this bike is absolutely, it runs really well. There was 80 in no time. Anyway, hey, listen guys, I really appreciate you watching. Hey, have you ever ridden a bike with a quick shifter? Did you know what a quick shifter is? Do you know what a quick shifter is? I feel like an idiot, which I am, but I didn't know. I've never been around them. So, anyway, hey, I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much for listening to my silly banter. Y'all take care, and we'll talk to you soon. This is Tony. We'll see you later.